So this has a chance to be a really close one.
Absolutely.
Hopefully they all hit the lawnmower, French connection, roundabout, rope dart, everything. Am I missing anything? I feel like I'm missing a few things.
Just like some teleports and some yeets, and now you got everything.
You got listen. If you miss the yeets in this run, you might as well just turn off your computer. Yeah, just turn off your computer.
Well, I guess there's rings and other levels, but the main yeet is in Grotto. That's the water yeet anyway, the only one out of the boost.
Yeah, have you heard this rumor that Grandius has been trying to name that yeet after himself in that room? The Grand Grotto?
Grand Grotto?
Maybe we can talk about this off stream, because this is blasphemy of the highest order.
This is the first I've heard of it.
No, I hope it's the last. He throwing up kappas in chat. He knows it's true.
Split names notwithstanding. The Western hero is here to save the runners, giving homie shards to nobody. Both Levy and Minus starting off with 0, the perfect RNG in my opinion. This is going to set them up for great things later in the run. However, they might have some trouble getting to the Autumn Hills shop without having to go to the wall for extra time shards.
The most difficult shop in the game, the Autumn Hills shop, and that's probably because with this fire raging and burning in the background, this shop knows it has to unload its inventory quickly in order to not burn down. So you have to get through that shop quickly, Kyle, or you could be in trouble for the rest of your run.
It's cool now. The fires died down, the moon came up. It's a full moon. We are going to have to contend with the leaf monster, but this first shop is actually the cute shop, and then the second shop is a bit of a pain because there's no Shoppy intro really. Shoppy doesn't talk to you much, which means that you don't have a little text skip buffer to prepare for the shop inputs.
Let's talk about Minus's option here. He's going with English on the subtitles and commentary in the game. What do you think of that?
Wait, really?
Yeah, he's got English subtitles on there.
Oh, that's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for him.
Yeah, with that blindfold on, he's not going to be able to see anything, Kyle.
Anelifer stepping up to the first shop. That is a cute shop. I almost didn't even see it. Levy definitely, Minus definitely showing the English delay in the shops there, but that is probably the most costly point of the run if you're playing in English versus Japanese, Chinese, and I want to say German in terms of things faster than English.
Yeah, you have the French connection, but that's definitely the English delay in the shop right there.
I love it. All right, guys, let's think right thoughts. We're going to wish both of our runners to the right boost in the spike pit. English delay. It's true. Beautiful, same movement. I want to give a big respect in the chat to Minus doing that with 1 HP. It seems he didn't have the backup health from the fire kappa, but not getting hit jumping over that turtle, that is optimism.
Yeah, that's a risky take there from Minus.
So early in the race too.
He knew he had to make it up from the English delay, but did a good job right there.
Now both runners definitely back into the same room. Levy with just a small lead. Both runners are going to get that health. They're going to need it later. I'm curious to see if they'll take this first saw boost or if they're going to be going for kind of the more OG spike tower setup. All right, both runners are going for a projectile spike boost. This is a very consistent way where you're going to run toward the end of the spike tower, then turn left, jump slash the projectile, and get up over the spikes. Just so, Levy's made it over, Minus is through.
One of the more precision parts of the first level right there.
Definitely the big respect. It's very good to see them getting through that because not only was that going to save them a couple seconds, it's also going to grant them like 5 to 6 shards, depending on how much they were able to grab there. There is an option to get another 4. Neither runner dropped through the platform for those this time. They're just going to keep it an even keel and knowing that they have plenty of shards. Minus actually going to scoop those 4 shards under the platform really quick.
Spoke too soon, Kyle.
You know, there's actually now 2 options to take under 4 more shards in Autumn for a total of 8. Just missing that backslash for the turtle to do the stump jump.
I feel like you're like, sometimes you just make up terms just to see if I'll react to them, because I don't know if half of these are real. You called
some of
something
them-
lawnmower last game. Now we're saying like turtle hump jump and stuff. Like, I don't know what's real anymore with you, Kyle. Like, are you just making stuff up?
I go more or less, yeah. I mean, some of it is, you know, is canon. What is it?
Kanan?
Kanan.
I don't know. Just try it later on in the run. Try and
Standard
actually make up
nomenclature.
a term. Try and make up a term and see if I fall for it.
Well, lawnmower was you already called me on last run's term.
Was
But I'm
that-
trying
is
to
that
get that
real?
one to stick. Well, I think it should be.
Okay. They're real? Thank you, Ishbender. Ishbender here in chat, folks. Scouting his next opponent. Got to give credit to Ishbender to be here and scout out the next one.
Both going into Leaf Golem, they were able to get the Shuriken upgrade as well as second win. So Levy taking the right side. It's good. It's good. Minus going right side. It's looking good.
Oh,
He got a little bit nervous. He goes for the backup, tried to get the cloud step to get onto the second platform and kill him up there, saving 6 seconds. Unfortunately, wasn't able to make it stick. Big respect for both boys in chat going for this scary Leaf Golem.
yeah, went for it, but you know, like you said, when it comes to leaves, if you ever tried to blow a bunch of leaves in the yard, you gotta be careful for the wind, blowing it back right there with Minus. Leaves get blown back, does not get the full clear right there, losing some time on that one. Respect
This
up to
just
both
in,
guys
that
for
is,
going for it.
You don't see that one often. That is a 6-12 from Levy. He wanted to go low. I think that may be an autumn PP for him, actually. Both runners stopping to say hello to Necro, you know, cheer him up a little bit, snap him out of his paralysis, and
Look at that.
Drops
Ishbender in
from high
chat
rocks.
already with the big gulp on 6-12.
okay, we like that Kappa slap to just get that extra buffer out of the spikes. Minus going through with no trouble. Levy with the aquatic butt boost from Black SR, that saves 1.2
God, aquatic, I'm not falling for aquatic butt boost. You can't convince me that's a real term.
Chat can.
The chat's just a bunch of memers. They don't know either.
Minus with the aquatic butt boost!
No, I
That's the
saw it coming
aquatic
too.
double bubble butt boost!
Yeah, the aquatic double bubble butt boost, and you see that a lot of times whenever players had Taco Bell earlier in the day, but right there, both runners get it on that one.
This is an incredible catacomb so far. Just these Titans are just giving us a real treat here. Levy getting a lot of speed riding those platforms while they're going his way. Jumping over the corners, not even that 0.3 momentum slowdown. He's right through the Crusher, not getting trolled. He's going to go for the damage. He's not. He's like, call me out, Kyle. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, that's 3 damage for spikes.
That's
Just like
that's
real,
3 damage. I don't want
yeah,
it.
just like real life. You don't want that. And, you know, like the chat said, the aquatic butt boost only possible after the double hump jump trump from the jump.
Cries in messenger terms. Oh, Levy going for the wizard projectile, badonkadonk. That is very bold.
This is ridiculous. These terms are ridiculous. Does the messenger community know that they can just give them normal, natural names?
Why would we do that when we
That's
can
just-
have Yabba Dabba Donk? Minus setting up for the badonkadonk. He gets it. He connects to the lantern. He is over that Ruxton cutscene.
My goodness.
These
These two are going all out, Kyle.
They really are. They're not holding anything back. They're taking
No.
all the toys out of the box.
That's right. The toys are out of the box, folks. And they're not putting them up. Not till playtime's over.
Nope. Not till Arcane Golem says, clean your room.
That's right.
Okay, alright. Levy having no trouble with this pendulum here. Just gonna get right up and over. Wishing the same from Minus.
Oh, look at that room. Those two guys throwing out the Tide Pod challenge, but nice skip with the swipe on that. And he's going to head on to the boss
He's
right
gonna
there.
wait it out. Minus says, nope, I'm not dying like that. Hi, Ruxton. Hi, Spooky Staff. We love you, boys. Pyruxin for Levy with an insane boost. This could be the perfect top platform kill. Will he secure it? It's good!
That's just a good boss right there. Levy clicking on all cylinders right now, Kyle.
Oh, Minus getting the low Ruxin. That's not fair. What a stinky boy. Minus
No.
is going to front boost him, though. Get an extra hit in there. Follow him up with the Shuriken into the Zelda Blade, getting that jump slash right up to the top platform.
Oh man, not
Two
equal
fireballs
at all.
off the right
yeah.
wall.
To
Very
throw up
nice.
your stinky boys in chat. That was a bad boss right there. But we're off to Bamboo.
It was a mean boss, but I like Chinese food. Chinese food is good for you. I like to eat Chinese food, and Chinese food is yummy too. If you like me, please, you will bring me cottage cheese because it is so yummy. Did I mention I like cottage cheese?
Thank you for varying that up there on the second half of that.
Oh, you're good.
I
I mean,
appreciate that.
we'll bring that amalgamation into the tournament. Why not?
Yeah.
It's a little impromptu, but just like Levy's moves, he's just slinging them on the fly. Whatever situation calls for, he has an answer for it.
And you know, the last game that we just commentated together definitely showed that Minus is not out of this by any stretch of the imagination. These runs are so close
by
at
no
the end,
means.
and you can make up all kinds of time throughout these levels. Minus obviously going to have to stay a little bit more focused going forward because Levi's playing super well right now. Getting all
Playing
the
it
skips.
safe too, going for the fireless, although he has health to jump into the spikes. He's not going to take that risk.
There's something to be said for playing it safe in a situation like this too.
Absolutely. He's about 6 or 8 shards short. Missing that lantern might hurt him a little bit in the waterfall, but he will have enough to get to, 266 before leaving Bamboo.
Oh, look at those jumps right there. I call that the koala mating call right there. Up the bamboo shoots, precision jumps all the way right there. Let's see if Minus can hit the koala mating call too on his run over here.
Wait, that whole suite. Okay, so you have the into skip into that corner jump, which is the steel heart, named after Fortuity Steel Heart, but you're surmising that should be the koala bear mating call. Watch this. Minus going for a beautiful into skip recovery. He goes for the into skip, doesn't quite make it. Gets an early setup on elevator skip.
Oh, wow. Can you imagine how many koalas would come to that mating call right there? A beautiful one by Minus. And he's staying in this one too. Levi kind of pulling away here for a little bit, but Minus definitely staying in it. Not falling behind at all. Staying focused, hitting these jumps pretty well.
Oh yeah, he's definitely going to be getting enough shards to make it up in the waterfall with minimal pickup. He's going to have to pick 2 shards up. Assuming that's a 9, not an 8. 3 shards. Okay, he's got 254. He has plenty. He can actually skip the 3rd lantern if he wants to do the drops like that. And he does. He's going to grab the wall just a little bit because wall needs hug too. And Levy just cruising through, already out of that shop. I didn't even see it. He has the wingsuit bounce and the water yeet ability. Let's see if Levy is setting up for a YOLO drop here. Oh, just 1 frame of wingsuit. That was very clean.
Yeah, that was a good drop there from Levi. Wasn't even really close. He hit it pretty well right there.
Really nice corner hops. I mean, the hops are named after Levy here, so when you're passing a wall like that and you jump and get that nice one-tile immediate action, that's a hop.
This guy has walls named after him?
It's just hops.
Oh, he has hops named after him.
That's right.
Wow. Some players just want a whole grotto named after him. I appreciate Levi just being modest.
It's not
about
enough
it.
if they have G kicks.
Yeah.
I'm just playing. I haven't talked a lot actually about G kicks, Grandius kicks, aka kick boosts. Levy's controller has disconnected.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say. I don't
Or
think
you get
that's
the Windows key. That's not a known RNG manipulation. I'm not sure what he was doing there. That is going to spell disaster for the runner, but relying on his strong fundamentals, I think he's going to be able to come back from this.
Yeah, he's actually playing with a VR headset now, I think.
That's right. That's right. He wanted to get the deeper fulfillment and
I think I saw it said
in the Messenger universe.
I think it said Oculus Rift connected there, so this should be an interesting part of the run from here on going forward.
right on
Oh,
to
no.
that's the wrong kind of butt boost, the spicy one. Levy had a little too much Chipotle. He is going to see the homie in red here, giving Minus a chance to catch up, just one room behind him. But
You know what? If you're
good
going to take a fall, though, yeah, you want to do it right there where you can respawn rather quickly and not have to do multiple rooms on a respawn. So it actually worked out pretty well in Levi's favor. Not that you ever want to fall, but that's a decent place to die right there, as you wind up getting a quick respawn out of it.
Oh yeah. Now, dying to like the pit or one of the boulder douche in the previous room, right before the checkpoint, that's
a run breaker. Yeah.
Levy having problems with the skeleton, didn't want to quite play with him. The skeleton said, I'm on my way to get some ice cream from the freezer, and you can't stop me.
Gotta refocus, though, after a death like that. It's easy to get in your own head right there, and lose focus on some of these parts coming up. So just need to refocus and realize that you're not bad off, and just kind of keep going forward.
Definitely getting the hay skip. It's misspelled, so there's no real hay there because the music restarted.
Pretty even run right here, Kyle.
We let that sink really back in.
Yeah, that death really helped Minus get back into this. Good golem here from Minus could be a difference maker for him.
Minus actually looking like he was going for, or maybe even getting a boost off of that golem when leaving the center core. You can do boosts off of bosses as they take more than one hit to destroy.
Ooh, Minus taking a ton of damage right here.
That's a lot of damage. We're gonna have to see him playing safe and relying on his key charges in the second phase to really secure a victory.
Yeah,
Levy going for a low kill, not quite getting it, but still saying low to the bottom of the screen.
And that damage that Minus took really set him back on that first phase right there.
Minus is playing it so bold. That was like the cleanest Monka golem fight I've ever seen.
Cleanest Monka golem fight I've ever seen, too, and that gets Minus right back into it after taking that damage. Gotta respect the Monka golem. What are we talking about, Kyle? Like, this is not real.
You know. Just go with it.
If you say stuff with confidence, anyone will believe it.
That's right.
This next part of the run, Quillshroom Marsh, brought to you by Baja Blast Mountain Dew. Baja Blast Mountain Dew! Only available at Taco Bell, the sponsor for this next level of the run.
I can't. Now entering the hold right room, the longest room in the run, has two shops in the same room. You can move optimally through it by holding right the whole entire time. And you can move through even faster if you hold right harder and drink double blast. Double Baja Blast.
Baja Blast giving you the boost in this room. Want to go right? Go Baja! That's what they say. Kind of almost.
Wait, it's in Baja on the West Coast?
Yeah, that's true. You gotta go all the way around the world to get there.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, this is definitely the hold right room. Do you ever take your hand off the controller for or take your hand off the D-pad for this or whatever? Are you just straight right?
I rock my thumb off of right and to left, but you could rebind your controller so you don't have to let go of right.
Really?
Yes.
Just an auto run. Is that allowed?
The D-pad, yes it is. As long as you don't have more than one action on the same input, you're good. And the D-pad right will override the analog right. So if you rebind your D-pad right to analog right, then you can hold the left trigger or something, which you have bound to D-pad left, and force Ninja to go left for a frame.
Again, that segment is Key Bindings by Kyle, brought to you by Orscheln Farm and Home. Orscheln Farm and Home, where you can find the greatest goods for your family's pets and farm needs. That is Key Bindings by Kyle.
Levy setting up for the lawnmower isn't quite getting it.
No.
A little too high to be a lawnmower.
It's not real.
It's a thing.
What about
it's sponsored by Pepperidge Farms. Pepperidge Farms
a lot of sponsors. A lot of sponsors in this level. What's sad is the rest of the run not sponsored by anyone.
Oh, very, very nice from Levy there, getting a really clean wingsuit bounce off of the bird and just skipping straight over into the bully zone with a Levy hop out of the bully zone.
What's that room called there with like all the circle of green things?
That's the bully zone, also known as, the W room or the Woo room.
Yeah, that looks like that's a tough one to get through. Is that the toughest part of this level?
No, that would be this room currently the Levy is in. If he plays it perfectly, and so far he's riding all the platforms, he could be going for the right side.
Ooh.
Just barely missing it, calling back at the last second. I'm not putting my head into that spike, but it was looking really clean.
Yeah, he was going for the ostrich there. Obviously, ostriches known to stick their head in the ground right there, and he was trying to stick his head just through that opening right there. Missed the ostrich. Minus did too, but able to get the kick around. Screwhead room, I'm not familiar with that term. I think it's the ostrich run.
Entering now the beautiful cheese fight. Levy getting a really nice left ring bounce. He is going to be getting awesome wingsuit attacks right over the right side. She did not get hit enough to go up to the left, the top rings. He is going to use the damage boost. It's looking really hairy. He has to throw that shuriken. He does not. It is entering the whip phase. Let's see how it's going for Minous. Minous27 exiting first quill spin, jumping up with the jump slash, knocking her off the ring with a shuriken. Nice early slashes. Will he get the damage boost to get through? It's looking hairy. There is the whip for Minous as well. That is a stinky cheese. Just be careful, buddy. That whip does 2 damage, putting Minous at... Actually, I think he was already at 2 health. I think he took a body hit. But be careful of whips. The Queen's whip and Seuss's loincloth whip. Because Ninja never got used to being towel slapped in the locker room, it actually deals 2 damage to Ninja.
Well, no one gets used to that. It's a very, very painful process.
It's both emotional and physical pain.
You know, a lot of people stuffed in lockers out there in chat growing up, but it's a different time now, okay? See a lot of cheese in chat. Well, everybody in chat, throw out your favorite cheeses. Mine's mozzarella.
Oh, that's true. No horrible cutscene for Minous, as Minous has not yet met the homie in red, the tax collector, and Levy has. He will be, Levy did lose 2 seconds at the end of Quillstream there, but not losing time to the Crags elevator, however, is going to unfortunately not land that double wingsuit to the lantern. He's going to have to try to make it over. Just barely escaping that pendulum with a rope dart.
Pendulum doing major damage right there.
Levy grabbing health that I did not even know existed.
We're all learning here today, Kyle.
That's good. Levy is going to go for a really clean jump slash, back up stalactite. Right up the corridor here. And those enemies, the Walsh moves, posing no threats.
I like what I'm seeing. Oh no, I'm not. I was liking what I was seeing from Minous over here. Missed one little jump right there.
Aggro Crags, I believe sponsored by Nickelodeon's Guts. Certainly one of the hairiest levels in the game. My worst level in the speedrun. This is a level where it often feels like things are going very well, and then all of a sudden everything is on fire. And you don't know where the extinguisher is. You find it, it shoots confetti for some reason. Minous getting a really nice link to the Poursuivant Piquant there, just going on here. Let's see if he uses his shuriken to kick those Kappa back for a further rope dart. He's just going to ride the little armadillo guys all the way into the end.
Got a pretty clean room there from Levi. Or is it Levy?
It's Levy, but it's all good. I missed if he went left or right. However, it was fast, whichever way he went.
Yeah, depending on how this boss RNG goes, this is a good chance for Minous to get back into it, or lose some time, depending on what goes on here.
Alright, that is a Kolos start for Minous. That is a lot of damage to Kolos, actually. Unfortunately, getting the Sousa spin ball, he's going to try to optimize a little bit of damage onto Kolos there, while riding him all the way up to the top. Just, you know, making the best of a bad pattern.
Yeah, that spin ball, tough to get any kind of real damage on it right there. I thought Minous did a good job of it, though.
Oh yeah, that was not a bad climb. He went right up and right down with him. Sousa's, I believe, now defeated. Levy has wrapped up the fight already, and this should be the last attack for Kolos here. Right after this rock, he'll do a swap. You do want to make sure to hit them, I think, at least one more time after their last attack, and their health is at 9, their minimum, to actually get them to tag out. Shovel please in chat for Levy. just absolutely flying up these walls. When getting to a wall, actually using some neutral or left inputs to get faster off of the wall. If you're holding in the same direction, you'll do a larger kick backwards and lose a little bit of time, but if you were to, say, rope dart to a wall and release the D-pad, or hold the opposite direction, you could buffer an input and jump up faster. So if you see Ninja hugging really close to the wall around those corners, then that is a nailed kick boost.
Yeah, Levy looking really clean over here with his climb so far.
Very good bird jump from both runners there. Bouncing right off the icy rock. Levy actually slashing so fast he doesn't hit that lantern. Small correction, he does remember about the off-screen rope dart there. Some nice bounces and riding the stalactites into the next room while Minus goes up a really frosty level. That is an excellent climb.
You know, in my times watching Grandius do his practice for these speed runs, you know, everybody talks about like tower and losing a lot of time there. This is the one that always gives me the most anxiety, is this level, because a lot of things could go wrong here, and one fall puts you back down, sometimes multiple screens.
There are certainly few feelings worse than just falling to your death in Glacial with no reprieve. Hoping that none of these happen to either runner. Levy now setting up for TP and nailing it, connecting to that lantern, so he is going to make it through. Last chance in that room to die to a fall damage.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice toilet paper from him. You don't see a lot of TP runs like that, but with the shortage going on around the world right now, it's good for him to get that.
TP.
Was that
so teleports, for those that don't know,
sorry, that makes more sense.
Basically, you know, like you're rope darting to an enemy, and the enemy dies right as the same type of enemy enters the screen. So right on Minus's side, that Kappa dies. The game finds another one entering the screen, says, "Oh, I found it. That's the target of rope dart animation." So it finishes and puts Ninja all the way over there.
Interesting.
But it's actually less of a teleport than more of like a Shunpo or going very fast, because if there is a wall in front of Ninja, you'll actually grab it.
Where does the messenger character rank on your list of greatest ninjas?
Ooh. Wow. That's an interesting question. I'm going to have to get back to you on that.
No, don't bother. I want to know the answer now or not at all.
Now or not at all.
Yep, so don't bother.
Top 10.
Okay. We got ourselves a pretty close race here. This tower is make or break, Kyle. And as we've seen that be the case in a lot of these runs, none more sure than right here. If Levy can put together a pretty good tower, he's got this one wrapped up, but one small mistake, man, Minous gets right back into it.
Levy is going to play it safe and hold on to all of his health here, not going for the Hail Mary Senior or Junior.
I gotta tell you, the situation that Levy is in right here, I like the call. You want to play it a bit safer. There's no reason for him to take any kind of risk, but right there you see it. Like, those kinds of mistakes like that right there, you don't lose any health, but you lose time, and you know, playing it safe, even in that instance, winds up losing just a bit there. And once again, another instance where Levy is maybe not focusing fully right
Minus
there.
with the Junior. He's going to have to wait right at the top, though. Wasn't quite able to clear the walls to get the rope dart, but that is big respect going for that kind of a strat. Still having 4 health, but he is going to be forced to lose one of those going for the Wizard in this next room. Also flipping the
issue, yeah, same issue over here.
That's a legal flip. Happens by accident, is not a time save. However, if you press down while you're in that state, you'll die, so don't do that.
Okay.
Fun facts.
Well, that's fun.
Minus with a really good leashing opportunity there.
Oh, that's a tough one for Levy over there. I had to go all the way over, missed his rope dart or shuriken or whatever it was, and he had to go all the way over there and hit that crystal manually.
However, he does have 5 HP. He is just healthy at the moment, going to be able to go right through these lasers on the way up.
Yeah, playing it safe has definitely been to his advantage here so far in this one. Missed a few, but that health skip right there, able to go with just 1 health. Missed the jump into this room. I think that's called like the French Connection or something like that that you've made up in the past.
It's not made up. The French Connection is from UD7 runners on the Codron and many more that helped determine that you could take spike damage, 3 spikes damage instead of 4 laser damage to climb up the lasers with iframes. If you do it on the left wall, it is the main gouge because that is, you know, like the left-handed parrying weapon.
I would say that his not taking damage up to that point was strictly strategic and just doing that strategy right there.
Shoutouts to Taker. I think that sounds right as well, Ish.
The Undertaker
Levy is going for Ojos de Black. Unfortunately, getting a bad damage boost and is going to have to try to reboard.
Oh no, that's a tough one, Kyle.
That is going to
come up,
bring
make
that
or break
stink
right there.
right
Look at that. We are
in.
right equal. Yes, these two are tied up exactly right now. These next few rooms are going to make or break both these guys. And Levy has the health disadvantage right now as well. One hit in this next room, like last time, gonna spell aces for Levy.
Minus is going for it. He nails that room. Let's see how he does with the wizards. It's really bad.
Takes damage too, and it's gonna set him back. Now Levy back in control of this one. These two deaths, one for each of them, and it may wind up costing Minous the whole thing.
As we said in the last room, that is the most terrifying room in Tower. One misplaced step on your approach to that block, and you will die to the wizard.
But you know what? Respect to both of them for going for it the way they did. They both know what they have to do to try and get this win. I'm sure they both know it is extremely close between the two of them right now. They both had to do that, Kyle. It winds up being an issue for both of them. But now Levy back in control of this one after the death from Minous.
You can't regret going for those big plays.
No, and I'm afraid Minous is going to, but he really should. And he did what he had to do right there to try and pick up the victory. It looks like it's not going to be enough. Both these guys with really good times, and both of them with the chance to here in the final minutes to come away with the win in this one.
Spikes to hit those crystals, very stylish. Some Taker spikes. Oh my gosh. Yes, unless Levy's controller disconnects again, and I'm hoping that doesn't happen. We're just gonna have to see how this fight plays out. Meanwhile, wishing Minous a good laser skip. So I know he's going for it. He's going. He says, "Okay, I did it. I went for the laser skip. I'm gonna go for the 2 HP arcane golem. We're finishing it strong."
Man, that is a tough one, Kyle. Your heart goes out to both of them right there. You know, Levy picking up the victory, obviously, but it's insane. It could have went either way right there. Those last couple rooms being the deciding factor of this run, and you know, you hate to see either one of these guys fall in a situation like
Minus
that. But
just having an incredible fight, not even getting touched at the moment. 2 HP in a dream, doesn't even care. That is a perfect arcane golem. Let's go, Minus.
Could you imagine if they had both gotten to that situation there at the end together like that, and it would have come down to that golem fight? I wish we could have seen it, but man, Tower of Tears once again, Kyle.
Tower has a will of its own. Sometimes it's the hammer and sometimes it's the nail. The Tower was the hammer today.
Nothing for Minous to be ashamed of, though. Great run from him.
Absolutely, I'd be proud of that run.
Probably going to kick himself because of what happened there at the end, but certainly no need for that.
And we have Minous joining us for commentary. Levy!
Oof.
Good game, boys.
What a
run, guys. What a race. Congrats to both of you.
Race.
That was fun. Obviously, putting it together there at the end. Last couple rooms, the deciding factor in all of it, both of you having to kind of gather yourself there with some late deaths in the run. Let's go to Minous first. Minous, heading into that final room, had a chance to put it all together there, and that one death winds up costing in the end, but a really good run and a great climb there in the end of the tower. Talk about your run as a whole and what you liked and maybe didn't like in that run.
It was a super mixed bag. I think every single boss was bad. Every single one of them. I tried the Leaf Golem right fight. Of course, didn't get that, but I wanted to go for it so bad. Let me
respect.
think here. Low Ruxton. Although I loved my Catacombs. Oh, I had such a blast in Catacombs.
We both got the aquatic bud boost.
But yeah, I went for that. I'd never go for that. I don't know why I did it, but I just felt Kyle Berry giving me the strength and the energy. I'm like, I can do this, and I did. So that was really good. I don't know, just all the fights were really bad. My Colos and Seuss, I don't know if it was my reaction to it or if it was really just the RNG, but I lost a good 8-10 seconds on that fight alone.
Well,
Yeah, that was my major takeaways there. That and just poor movement throughout the end game.
you take a look back at those boss fights, like you said, it probably couldn't have gone worse as far as RNG goes. But you were in it till the very end. You put the levels themselves together well, and had a chance there at the end. Unfortunately, Levy able to come out on top. A late death for Levy as well, but it's just a solid run from Levy. Tell us about your run as a whole and some likes and dislikes that you can take away from it.
Oh, well, both with Minus, we talked about this before, to going for right side golem, the scare one. I got it for third time,
That's
and
awesome.
yeah, that give me a lot of advantage. So the rest of Catacomb, I was very nervous. I missed the Badong Katong, and I go for safety strats. And I had the fortune to have a high roasting and kill it on the top. So that was great. And I was trying to not make big mistakes on bamboo. Then I die in grotto. That was very unfortunate death. I my control disconnected, so I had to connect it really quick. That's because I was nervous and I dropped the controller. So um, then I just tried to run without making mistake, but I did a lot on Glacial and Tower of Time. But I get some couples new strat. Maybe it's not that fast, but kind of cool on the last climb. Right before the wasting tomb, the wasting room, where's the crystal. So I'm happy. I really had a good run, and I was very close. Minus was very close all the time.
Yeah,
That's why
hitting
I
it.
get so nervous.
Yeah, you guys were really close, especially there towards the end. Man, you look at those last couple of rooms, and it comes down to just just the merest of centimeters in that instance. You both get to keep going forward in the tournament, obviously, and in different brackets now have some matchups to figure out along the way. Minus, what's something that you can take going forward as you head down to the bottom half of the bracket and you have another run coming up?
I told myself if I beat Levy today that I would practice a turtle boost. So thank God I don't have to do that. So let's see. I want to maybe get a little bit more boss practice in because I can feel myself slipping there. And then I need to clean up some climbs. I think climbs are another weak point of mine. Climbing up walls fast, doing a lot of flips, especially in the end game once you get the glide. There's a couple of key points I need to work on.
I
And for
want to
you,
drop a
sorry.
compliment for your low Ruxton Minus. Like that was
Yeah.
phenomenal. The only mistake, if I may presume, is just like the front boost off of the middle platform was really solid, and you could get like that jump and an extra hit. But only 2 fireballs off the right side of the wall. Shitty pattern, but you played it phenomenally.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Next race is gonna be against each. That's gonna be hard.
Yeah, they definitely don't get easier as the tournament goes on. Going to be
Yeah.
more and more competitive as you keep advancing in the tournament, and you got time to practice and work on things. But in the world of RNG and the messenger, sometimes practice can kind of bite you in the butt because RNG can get up and get you, as Minus found out on those boss fights today.
If there's one major takeaway that I had that I think at least helped me make this run fun to watch, it's your backups. So when things don't go your way, when you have bad setups for fights, or you just miss like into stuff, having good backups for that can still get you going is key to a race.
Mhm. Yeah. And I mess up in the entries of Tower of Time because I was worried where is Minus, and I keep walking to the right side.
I do that all the time. So I don't have typically have the streams pulled up when I'm running, so I never know if I'm behind or not. I always just assume I'm behind, but I've done that before. I'm looking over, I'm like, all right, let me see what Remy's doing. Like when we're doing casual stuff, I look back and I'm like, huh, I got hit. It's on me.
Yeah, it happens sometimes.
Well, guys, like, I mean, I wish we could always have the race that we want to see in the races, like from ourselves. But then, like you say, at the end of the day, it's those backups, I think, that end up shining, at least in my own runs. I always like to see what we're able to come up with when we're pressed into a corner like that. And you guys did an amazing showing. So with that, I want to ask if you have any closing comments or questions, any questions for the runners or anything before we wrap up. And
Levy, I'm really happy that of anyone who could have knocked me out of the winner's bracket, it was you. I was very
Thank you.
excited to race you. So it was such a blast, and we'll see how the rest of the tournament goes. We'll have fun. Who knows? Maybe we'll make it to the end together.
Yeah, running against Minus is a blast. It's always good. We have friendly race, and we always have a good time racing against the other.
Yeah.
So thank you.
thank you, Levy. And one question from Ishbender. When you were heading into the end of Glacial Peak after Tower, you kept going to the right because you were looking for Minus, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify. Okay, as always, all of my love, Bamboo Boys. Thank you, everyone in chat, for watching. Thank you, GG Speedruns, for hosting us. Thank you, Sabotage, for making the amazing game, letting us play it. Happy birthday to the Messenger. Its
Oh, yeah.
second birthday.
3 years.
Here's to another year going fast, boys.